All right, so let's go ahead and get to today's warm up. Okay, let me remind you, because probably haven't talked in about a week or so about this, but let me remind you of kind of the purpose of the warm up. Okay, we do the warm up because we want to make sure we have enough people in, right, in the chat or in the Zoom to be able to do class and cover content. We want to give people time to kind of get in here. Starting any kind of teaching when people aren't here is a waste of time. And we also kind of wait to do the warm up even for at least a good 5-7 minutes into the period, because we always want to be making sure that we even have enough people here to address a question. And we generally like to keep it something usually outside of the history content we're covering, just to kind of give us a break from some of the heavy content, but not always. All right. So today's warm-up question is, all right, if there was one person whose advice you always listened to, but they didn't know, who would it be? So there's a key component in this question is not just that it's someone whose advice you listen to, but it's someone who doesn't know that you always follow their advice. That's kind of a little twist you need to think about there. Someone who you really think has always got a really good take on things and you trust their conclusions, but you don't let them know that necessarily, okay? And I've got some answers for you here. Like, for instance, the first one down at the bottom says someone not listed here. For instance, someone who's not friend or family that you kind of go to. I know it can seem odd, but myself included, it happens. I had just like a friend of a friend in high school. Her name was Kim, and we didn't get along. In fact, sometimes we had very public arguments. Were kind of embarrassing a little bit. But for some reason, we had a lot of common experiences. We both kind of started jobs early in high school. We both came from families of divorce. And we both kind of had a lot of the same things going on. And so we would kind of come to each other for advice and bounce ideas off of each other. If our cars broke down, we would give each other rides in the morning. But I swear to you, we were not friends and we didn't really get along. So sometimes it's someone who's not friend or family. And maybe that's why you don't let them know you listen to their advice. Other possible answers up here would be a friend, maybe your mom, a teacher, an aunt or uncle, your dad, a grandparent, a sibling. Okay, so but the key component in the question is it's not just someone whose advice you listen to, right? It's someone whose advice you listen to, but they don't even know. Okay? All right. So let's give you guys a couple more seconds to answer, especially for people who are just showing up. A couple more seconds here. All right, and we'll go ahead and end polling. And let's go ahead and look at our results. So it looks like we've got something that no other period has had so far, and that is a three-way tie. In fact, I'm not even sure I've ever seen a three-way tie in any of our morning polls. So we got that. We got a three-way tie between friends, siblings, and dads. First period also had dads rated very high. For instance, all the periods on Friday, dads didn't do that well. But apparently you and First really respect your dad's opinion. So we've got 4 people each on a friend, a sibling, or your dad. Those are our winning choices there. Then your mom, that comes in strong with 3. Mom's always coming strong in this one. And then we've got teachers, aunts and uncles, and grandparents, all at least getting 1 in there. And then someone not listed here. You're the first period to not have a non-friend or family member whose advice you really kind of go to, with the exception of the teachers there. And teachers is kind of like here and there. Some periods you'll have 2 or 3 people who go to their teachers apparently for advice, and other times no. I think the key thing here is sometimes, so family really registers really strong usually. Sometimes with family, you really trust them, but there's like a weird toxic thing going on or sort of weird family thing. And we don't always feel comfortable telling them we trust them. So it's kind of an odd family thing. All right, so, hey, good answers, good results here. I appreciate that. Let's go ahead and stop sharing our results. And I appreciate you taking part in our morning poll. We're going to go ahead and give you guys some catch-up time on our previous assignment. And remember, catch-up time, especially right now, a week out from grades, really needs to be used to make sure you're getting caught up on any assignments you didn't quite finish. The last one we worked on was assignment 413. Okay, so why don't we all go ahead and journey to Canvas, and I can show you exactly where that is.